I don't think the Spurs fans will mind waiting for this new stadium while their team is playing like this, but is the biggest thing that will come from tonight that belief that comes from a performance like that and a result like that?
Yeah, listen, we've said that. I think it's a big result for the manager there. He went through what was good at the club and he almost said good coach and said good coaching staff, but if he would have said good coach, he'd been absolutely spot on. And we've spoken about Manchester United not doing what they want in the transfer market. I'm sure Pochettino would have liked to have done something, but it's such a well-coached team, this side, and I think for Tottenham to get where they are, the way we speak about them, they nowhere match the spending of the other top five. So for them to be even what they've done for the last few years, when they were finishing second, if they can challenge it, if they could win the title, it'd be... Yes, Leicester was one of the greatest stories of all time, no one ever... But Spurs wouldn't be miles away from that, considering what they're up against financially. The one worry for them is, we're talking about the new stadium, how great it'll be, but teams have notoriously had problems going into a new stadium. So if they go into that, I don't know when it'll be, halfway through the season, that's not going to be easy. You know, could that cost them going forward? You don't know. But I said at the start of the programme, people are talking about Chelsea or Liverpool challenging Man City. Why not this team?
It could be a catalyst as well, because teams normally go from the home they love into big, sort of empty, not empty, but you know what I mean, big scale stadia, and there's possibly isn't the atmosphere there. We get the feeling that this is going to be very different.
Oh, it will be. And to be honest with you, I think Spurs fans have got a reason for more than ever to love their team. You would love this team because it does everything that you would want it to do every single week. All right, it might not win every single game. You talk about winning the league. I think Pochettino's net spends 30 million in 4 seasons. 30 million. I mean, that's the cost of a right back, a left back.
An average one.
And the reality of it is that to be competing the way in which they are is a brilliant piece of work. And the fans know every single time they watch those players go out onto that pitch, they know what they're going to get from them. And that's a good place to be. And look, they are finely tuned. I think in terms of winning the title, if they lost Harry Kane for a couple of months, no chance. If they lost, you know, if they went for a run in the Champions League, you'd then think it's very difficult because of the depth of the squad. So there's a lot of things other than the stadium move that are actually going to put obstacles in the way of Spurs winning the title. I don't think they will. But it's still a fantastic job that Mauricio Pochettino's done.
Spurs fans will be studying the fixtures, though, now, and wondering how long this amazing run can continue. It's 3 games, and we'll see the next 2 live on Sky Sports, either side of the international break, starting at Vicarage Road on Sunday. Better ask you, Gary, how long does this run continue for Spurs?
Well, you've gone and won away at Old Trafford, to be honest with you. I mean, it'd be difficult. Completely different game at Watford on Sunday. But you look at those next fixtures. I mean, Liverpool obviously is mouth-watering in a couple of weeks' time. But there isn't anybody that Tottenham should fear. I mean, obviously each team is a different proposition. They've got, you know, what we would call tricky away games at Watford and Brighton, Huddersfield and West Ham, because every game away in the Premier League. But they've gone and done what they've done tonight. The belief they should have is fantastic.
That Liverpool game, that could be huge, Jamie, couldn't it? Especially considering what happened at Wembley last season.
It should be a brilliant game. I'm not actually doing that game. I'll have to have a word with the producer on that day. But what I would say about that, I think was interesting in
right.
Harry Kane's interview, was he spoke about Tottenham having bad starts and not letting teams get away from them. And I think what City did last season in getting the 100 points, similar to what maybe Jose Mourinho did at Chelsea, where they just fly out the blocks and they sort of felt like the season was over early on. I think what City have done is, even a draw feels now like a really bad result. So when City went to Wolves, you're thinking, oh, two points drop, gives everyone a lift. And I think the other side with Chelsea, Spurs and Liverpool all getting the 9 points, they know they have to stay with Man City, because if it comes 5 or 6 points, you're looking at it, I think the belief goes, really. So the start is important, and I think it's completely different to years ago where you'd think, oh, there's so much time to catch up now. I think the top teams in the top 6, I know we've looked at City dropping points this weekend, but over the last couple of years, the results against the rest of the league, they normally win every time. So you just can't afford to drop points and let anyone get away. I think that's massive, certainly for Tottenham, not letting anyone get away from these early stages.